Hello everyone, my name is Bygl and welcome back to another episode here from the Let's Play series. I hope we are having a wonderful day today. And I know it's been a second since the last episode. I took a little bit of a break from the world here because there's a lot of stuff happening in the background, like Metacraft Season 2 and also a bunch of IRL stuff that I'm not really gonna mention, but just know that I've been kinda busy. But that doesn't mean that I haven't been playing on the world here in between episodes. And some of you who have watched the series for a little while might notice that something is slightly different than usual. Slightly bigger, I should say. So, Mountain Progress Beagle's annual Mountain Progress video. Here it is, here it comes. This is how the mountain is looking, and we are so close to being done. Yeah, I had a little spare time for a bit, and I decided to use it to work on this behemoth. And yeah, other than the rough edges over here, where you can see that the mountain is very much floating and not finished, other than that, the actual top half of the mountain, if you don't count the detailing as well, is done. Like, I don't remember how this mountain looked the last episode, but I'm pretty sure that all of this over here you can see is new. Then we also have this part, which is also new, and around half of this, like, this is where the mountain ended before, and all of this is also new. So I've been busy. Like, this is probably the most mountain progress we will ever have in between episodes, because I mean there is not a lot that needs to be done still. Like, we just need to put some dirt over here and just, you know, kind of texture this a bit, and of course the detail with the dirt and stone kind of intertwining is a thing that we need to do. Like, I started over there a little bit, and that's gonna take a while. I'm specifically gonna put dirt into these places where you can see that it kind of flattens, and maybe we can put some trees over here as well. So yeah, that's how the mountain is looking. I'm pretty proud of the progress. A lot of detail work still. We need to put like stuff near the summit, as it's called? Summit of the mountain? Yeah, I think that's right. So yeah, the idea is to have the mountain look like this when it is finished, with a bunch of trees and all of this nice texture work and grass on it. So that's how it's gonna look when it is finished. And this is still gonna remain my off-camera project that I'm gonna work on when I have a little bit of time that I can spend this on. But yeah, I am pretty happy with the progress here, and that's not the only thing that I've been working on the world. Well, what is this? This wasn't here before, huh? Well, it was. I just put some blocks on it so it doesn't look like utter garbage, and I don't know if I've ever improved the situation much by doing that, but I mean, it's a thing, right? And so this is the music machine we built in the last episode. I don't know if it was the last episode. I think it was actually the episode before. But yeah, I just tried decorating it a little bit with a bunch of these dark oak beams, spruce, plant life. And yeah, it was an experiment, that's why I didn't do it on camera. It was kind of just me trying out a few different things. Painting with pumpkins there, different oranges. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I wanted to have the redstone visible over here as well. It's kinda hidden behind the flowers and the fences, but other than that, it is still kinda visible, which I like. And also, if you're flying above it, like I just was, you can also see this old part of the contraption is still very much visible. Yeah, we kinda have like this thing on the top. We might put a tree here or something. That could be pretty cool. And we also have this copper lightning rod antenna thing, kinda to make it look like it's being remotely activated from somewhere or something, which is gonna be the case once we actually hook this up to a big redstone system, which is over there near the beacon. Not gonna do that today though, I have different plans. But yeah, what do you think? I am conflicted. I even wanted to use this redstone over here as a thing that we can use as decoration, and that turned out, well, like this. Yeah, I'm still trying to experiment with the whole compendium look. It's a build style I have never tried building in before, and It's a big learning process, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. The most important thing is that I am learning a lot of stuff. Like, I think I overused the spruce trapdoors here quite a bit. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I still left it just so we can see how it kinda looked. Well, yeah, okay. Anyway, we have severe issues on the world that we need to take care of, I noticed. So, resources. We are lacking very important resources that will allow us to speed up basically everything in our world, namely gunpowder. Like, I don't really think I need to explain how powerful TNT is to you guys. You guys probably know how to use TNT even better than I do. But that's why I want a big surplus of it on our world so we can experiment with it and, blow up a mountain or two. Not our mountain, but maybe some other mountain. So our main source of gunpowder is this thing, the... How do we name this? I don't even remember. The Monolith? Yeah, this is the Monolith. Guess what? This thing breaks every single update, turns out. And the redstone, smart Bygl from the past, the redstone is actually below water over here. Ignore my beautiful AFK spots. And so the redstone is right over here below the sandstone layer. And yeah, I can't really gain access to it without breaking it all, so... Yeah, great mob farm, Bygl, great mob farm. And so what we're gonna do today, which is something that I wanted to do for quite a while at this point, is we're gonna build a new hostile mob farm, which is not even gonna be a hostile mob farm, it's actually gonna be exclusively a creeper farm. And the way we're gonna build this farm is the same way we built basically everything in this world, which is just trial and error and hope for the best. I have not designed this farm beforehand, which is probably something I should have done if I don't want to waste my time, but here we are. And so this is my first idea for a design of this farm. You probably can see what I'm going for here. If we flick open this trap door, you can see that the water goes all the way over here, which means this is actually gonna be slightly longer than I anticipated, which isn't bad. It just means we have more spawning places. But yeah, if I power this with a lever, here we go. In theory... Oh, okay, so it's the other way around. When it's powered, it's closed, unpowered, open. Very good, very good. So we just need a redstone torch in the equation, and that's gonna be fine. And so yeah, this is gonna work, right? We just need to have a clock that is gonna repeatedly open and close this thing, which is gonna then release the water, and any creepers who will be over here will just get slid all the way down there. Oh, and yeah, we are building this in the Compendium Project area just because it is a place where we spend most of our time nowadays, so since it's loaded all the time anyway, we don't need to AFK for the gunpowder that way. We're just gonna need to play over here, build something, and the gunpowder will come on its own. Alright, very good. So this is how one of the spawning platforms is gonna look. This is where the creepers are gonna be spawning. If we put trapdoors over here like this... there's redstone over there, something that I didn't account for. Whoops, well, I guess we can do this. That's gonna reduce the spawning places, but still, it's still a pretty good area where the creepers will be spawning in. Yeah, this is where the creepers are gonna be spawning in, but now we face another problem. We need to have complete darkness over here, and I wanted this to be a visible part of the farm, so this is gonna all have, the light level coming from the sky and everything. Which means that this is not actually gonna spawn any creepers. So how do we fix this? We're gonna need to think about that as well, and I think I might have a solution. And the whole creeper farm is now complete, as you can see. So basically every problem that we can fix is now resolved. As you can see, this is how the farm is gonna be looking when it works. And so we are going to have light level 0 over here. Currently it's not 0 because I have a hole in the wall on the other side of the farm. Yeah, you can see that. You can see the sky over there. Once I finish that side of the mob farm, it's gonna be light level 0 over here. And whenever the water is out, pushing the creepers into this area where they will fall to their death, we have pistons that retract the blocks over there, which usually block the light while the farm is in spawning mode. So it kind of switches between spawning mode and killing mode, kind of like this. A very similar concept to what we have in Spruce Town, in that mob farm. So yeah, it's a pretty simple design, but I think it works pretty well, right? Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a skip in time here, just so I don't bore you guys to death, because I've taken way too long to explain all of this. But here you can see the whole farm completed. I basically just repeated the one thing I just showed off 4 times, and then duplicated it by 2, so we have 8 total spawning places in here. I'm just gonna quickly show you how we've done the clock, just so you know. It's just a simple hopper clock which goes up these redstone torches, which activates the trapdoors inside of the farm and all of that. Nothing too exciting, of course. So yeah, the color choice for these boxes might reveal slightly what we're gonna do next, and if I open this chest, then it's probably gonna be very obvious what we're gonna do. I also brought a little bit of netherrack, which I'm gonna grab here. And yeah, the idea with this whole farm is that we're gonna build a giant tree of life, mother tree type of deal to cover this entire thing. I always wanted to do that with the compendium here, since it's gonna be like the main forest area of our world. We might as well have one big giant tree to boot, right? So I'm gonna approach this like I approach basically all of the other trees I have built so far here. We're gonna mark out the layout of the tree, how it's gonna be shaped, using netherrack, and then we're gonna cover the outside of the tree with oak wood. We don't really need to make the entire thing out of solid wood, because I am not that rich as far as trees go on this world. So yeah, maybe we should build a tree farm sometime soon, because I'm kinda getting bored of chopping all of these trees down. But you can see all of the areas where the creepers are gonna be falling, where the gunpowder is over there, and also these ones. I'm wondering if we can afford to just have 1 block lines like this. It's a 1x8 line, because we have the skeleton farm over there, right, which we built recently, and the skeletons usually fall outside of where they are supposed to be. So yeah, I don't know if it's safe to just have these lines, or if we need a bigger area for them to fall into, and that's how we kill them. Yeah, that's gonna be something we figure out once we get to it though. And there it is, the entire tree trunk completed. I didn't really want to bore you with the in-between steps of actually, constructing it and whatnot. But basically what I did is I just constructed the trunk, and it looked kind of boring. So what I decided to do, or what I decided to try and do, and you can kind of see it here, it's kind of like a slithering spiral going all around the tree. So it starts over here, and you can see that it kind of makes its way up over here, and it slowly ascends all the way up to the top. I don't know if it looks very good. I'm kind of in the stage where I'm not really sure if this is good or not. I might remove it, but I think it adds a little bit more to the tree, because it looked very basic when I first constructed the tree trunk, and this is ever so slightly better, I hope. And while I was constructing this, a bunch of creepers were falling on top of these hoppers, and basically 95% of them fell in the correct spot, and as long as they don't see me while they are falling, I'm pretty sure that it shouldn't be a problem to have hoppers like this, because when they see you while they are falling, they might like deviate from the path and fall around the hoppers instead of falling directly on top of them. So yeah, maybe it's not gonna be that big of an issue, and we're probably just gonna... well, I lost that. Whoops. We're probably just gonna have moss carpet like this, and they'll be able to fall on top of that, and that's gonna be all fine. But yeah, now comes the tricky part. I don't know how we're gonna do this one, it's gonna be pretty tough. I did collect a few more leaf blocks for this, as you can see. And yeah, we need to construct a crown for our tree here, and honestly, I have no plan of action for this, so yeah, I'm just gonna start building. Well, this turned out to be quite the project. I have no idea how I'm gonna show you the actual creation process of this thing, and I also still need to light it up, but man, this took about a week of IRL time. Granted, I did not have a lot of time to play in the past few days, so I did only like a few minutes at a time of work on this tree, and still, I think it turned out pretty good. There are still a few details that I spot every once in a while, like the green terracotta over there that is not supposed to be there. But yeah, overall, the finished product is looking pretty good. And it's not even finished still, I'm just putting in the last details, like those glowberries over there, just so this place underneath the crown of the tree isn't so dark. I'm also using this new feature that they added in 1.18, which is that you can actually stop the growth of these glowberries and some other plants by right-clicking on the bottom one here with shears, and now that you look at it with the F3 screen, you can see that its age is 25, which is the maximum, so it's not gonna grow any further. In the actual whole Compendium project here, I did do that on every single one of these trees once they added that, which is pretty cool. I just didn't tell you that I did that. Before we were using string to stop these things from growing, so yeah, this is a way more efficient way to do it, I think. But yeah, there you have it, one big tree done and dusted. And I don't really like calling builds done, because usually I do return to them, and in between episodes I do usually like tweak some of the aspects of a build, which is probably something that I'm gonna do with this one as well. Probably gonna fix some small mistakes as I keep playing if I notice them. But yeah, overall, this is pretty cool, right? From a distance, this does look quite awesome. Like, compared to the scale of everything around it, it's a pretty big tree. It turned out pretty big. Even though the farm that it is housing within the crown isn't very big, it actually turned out to be a very non-efficient farm. If you look at the chest over here, yeah, there's only like 71. Wait, no, I can do math. 73. 73 pieces of gunpowder, which for the time that this was running isn't a lot, if I do confess. Because this was running for a while, but in terms of like aesthetics and how this fits within the Compendium project, I am very, very pleased. We even have all of the details on the top that we usually have on all of the other trees, this time with some sugarcane mixed in as well, just for the sake of it. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this with you guys, like on camera or off camera, but I'm probably gonna build a road coming from the crossroads area over there, where we have the pole here saying where we can go. I don't know how you're supposed to name this thing. I don't know if it's a good name, but basically there's gonna be a road around here somewhere. I think it's kind of gonna swerve around, as all of the roads in the surrounding area usually do. And basically the main purpose of this road is gonna be for us to look at the tree. Oh man, the silhouette of the tree in the distance, that is pretty good. I've got my render distance on 12 chunks right now, because 1.18 did kinda mess up my whole experience playing the game. Lots of lag spikes all over the place, so I did need to lower that to 12, which is what I'm playing on right now. Makes the mountain look pretty bad from a distance, sadly, but, you know, we gotta deal with it. But hey, that's going to be the end of today's episode. It felt like a episode where we didn't really accomplish anything, despite the fact that we basically finished half of the mountain in one episode, even more probably actually now that I'm thinking about it. We also built the tree around the music machine, and we built a whole big creeper tree farm. And I still feel like we didn't do anything. Probably because I took like a 2-month break from making videos from the series. But yeah, we're back, and hopefully we can do a bunch of stuff together on this world again. I'm probably gonna take a break from bigger projects, however, so I'm probably gonna put the mountain on the backlog, or the backline, or however you say it, you know what I mean. And I'm just gonna focus on some of the smaller things, just because I want to keep the videos from this series rolling. And you know, I honestly don't even want to finish the mountain. I enjoy having it as an unfinished project, because it's something that I can come back to if I feel like doing it, and there's no rush to finishing it anyway. If that makes any sense to you guys, it's probably just me being weird. But yeah, as far as the episode goes, thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!